Okay guys, the Prime Extreme row. Now, take into account that this is an upper back focused row. Okay, so it's plate loaded. The plates are loaded on one of three pins or spread across multiple. Now, Prime are quite famous for their design allowing you to change or manipulate the resistance curve, or essentially where you feel the tension the greatest throughout the contractile range. Now, what this means in simple terms is if you put the weights at the top pin, you'll feel the majority of the resistance at the top of the rep. Middle is the middle range, so as you start to extend your arms down, and the bottom pin would just be, as you guessed, in the lengthened position. So in this context, as you stretch out at the bottom like this. Okay, so Prime are quite famous for this. I will usually specify what weights or what percentage of weights I would like you to add to which pins. And if you're ever sure as to the rationale behind that, then you just need to let me know. Okay, so you would load your plates on. Now, in terms of the seat, the height of the seat can be adjusted. You want to make sure that it's aligned with your upper back. Bearing in mind this is an upper back row. So for me, if I lie down, I want my chest pressed against the pad. I'm going to have my feet spread out behind me, just because in this position it allows me to create stability. And any machine we use in which there's an opportunity to create stability with our lower body, we always want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to actively push my feet into the ground to keep me glued in place, essentially. From here, grab the handles. You would stretch your shoulders forwards in the starting position. What you want to do is drag up through the elbow, raise your chest slightly, squeeze your shoulder blades together, control on the way back down. Right? Up, raise your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, control on the way back down. And notice my feet are there to prevent me sliding around as I perform the movement, which means I can dial really well on this raising of the chest, the squeeze, and the control on the way back down. Notice I'm coming all the way up, and on the way down, I'm really reaching for the floor, maximizing the usage of the range of motion available. Okay? One thing we know about muscle growth is range of motion is massively important. And what I see quite often when people are doing row variations is they don't stretch out as much as they possibly can. So what I want you to do is as you control down, you can really protract your shoulders and reach for the floor, thus stretching out your back even more, thus ideally growing it a little bit more. So that is everything for the Prime Extreme Row. If you want to know more information about the confusion of the pin loading, then you just need to shoot me a text.